Who doesn't like giant worms who are able to take out super soldiers in one hit? Probably humanity. Hey guys, it's Roanoke Gaming and thanks for watching. If this is your first time watching, I typically go over the morphology of enemies and their involved lore. So if that's your thing, please feel free to subscribe. Today we will be tackling the behemoth known as the Letgolo. Well, the Megaletgolo is the behemoth, but we will be going into that further on. So let's jump into this thing. First, let's make the distinction. The Letgolo is the worm that combines to form the Megaletgolo. Now that that's out of the way, let's discuss the Letgolo morphology. They are going to be medium-sized worms at about 12 to 67 pounds that form together to make a colony of a specific form. These forms are known as subsistent gestalt. The Letgolo itself is an individual organism at about 52 to 61 inches long that contain its own nervous system and everything it needs to survive in this feral state. That being said, the Letgolo are able to arrange themselves within machinery, around rocks, or any solid object to pilot, move, and control said object. These guys are going to be considered the most successful and culturally adept gestalt intelligences in the Orion arm of the Milky Way galaxy. In 784 BCE, the Letgolo were formally brought into the Covenant following their taming. Originally, the Letgolo first came into contact with the Covenant in 789 BCE. The Covenant had arrived to seek out Forerunner artifacts, and upon discovering that the Letgolo had turned these artifacts into the ring orbiting Te, which is their home planet, the Covenant, furious, declared war and declared it heresy. This, however, would not work out so great for the Covenant for a variety of reasons. The first was they could not outright glass the planets, as they would risk destroying the constructs in their effort to eradicate the Letgolo. Then, their ground campaign was met with defeat after defeat due to the Letgolo's ability to form a powerful and damn near unstoppable Megaletgolo. And I just want to say I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that name. It does not appear like any word I've ever read before, so I'm assuming it's correct. Anyways, continuing on, because of this form, the Letgolo wiped the floor with the Covenant species. In consequence of this, an Arbiter was deployed. During its time and studying the Letgolo, it learned that they could be put to much greater use than, say, just annihilation. The Arbiter convinced the Sanshayum to adopt the Letgolo into the Covenant. Since their inception, the Letgolo have been used as shock troopers running headlong into battle with thick armor armed with a fuel rod cannon. They can be used in much larger colonies as well. For instance, they power the scarabs and harvester machinery that the Covenant frequently use. The Letgolo evolved on one of the 25 moons of a gas giant called Te. They formed the ability to acquire nutrition from the rich metal deposits on the planet's crust, or moon's crust really, by breaking it down into smaller components. Upon their discovery by the Forerunners, they were turned into the Thano-Letgolo colonies in an attempt to defeat the Flood. Unfortunately, this was a failed tactic, and the Thano-Letgolo colonies would not be seen later by the other species. A little bit of extra lore for you. The Thano-Letgolo were buried underneath the surface of Installation 04 by the Forerunners, which still remains a mystery to this day. They ended up surviving the firing of the Halo array and continued to reproduce for many thousands of years. After the destruction of Installation 4, however, Pharaoh Thano-Letgolo swarms had been sealed beneath the ring's surface by the Forerunners, were able to break free and burrowed into the Alpha Shard, which was the largest shard of the ring. The Alpha Shard went through slipspace and began orbiting a red giant closely upon exiting. The Thano-Letgolo were able to survive the extreme temperatures by burrowing, but in much more feral of a state, which consequently left them more aggressive, faster, and agile than their civilized forms of Letgolo. During a joint Oni-Sedran expedition, these feral Letgolo hunted and consumed almost the entire group, leaving only 2 survivors in total. Other Letgolo were introduced to their home planet after the firing, and they went right back to what they did best. However, there were 2 types of Letgolo appetites at this point. The first would snack on Forerunner constructs and artifacts, while the second type would eat anything but these. After several thousand years of this, the Forerunner constructs were almost completely broken down, and these actually became the rings orbiting Te. The intelligence of an individual Letgolo is not that much higher than an average worm. Purely a subsistence seeker, higher thought typically eludes them more often than not. That being said, because they can share a singular intelligence when formed together, like becoming the Mega Let Golo, they are able to achieve Tier 3 technology without the intervention of the Covenant. Unfortunately, their spaceflight capabilities were severely inhibited by the high gravity of their world. The Let Golo also chose sides during the Great Schism. Some remained loyal to the Sangheili that they were put with, while others chose the Prophets. As time passed, Let Golo that chose to align with the Sangheili in time also chose to align with the Swords of Sanghelios, which means that they would be fighting along their previous foes, the humans, to kill the Sangheili. Basically, it all got very convoluted as time marched forward. That being said, a lot of Let Golo also chose to fight along other side factions such as the Covenant Remnants and the Banished. The Let Golo biology is most known for its ability to bond with other worms of its species and create a singular consciousness in doing so. When combined, they are considered largely to be a sentient individual with thoughts and feelings. At their individual level, they are exceedingly basic and driven by consumption only and the need to stay alive. Together, they become much more. They communicate with one another much like a brain would via chemicals and electrical signals. The larger a Let Golo colony is, the more intelligent they will end up being. The larger colonies are able to form much larger Mega Let Golos, and in turn, these colonies have been dubbed different names. Bear with me because these are some tongue twisters. We have Difo Let Golo, Mega Let Golo, Rulo Let Golo, Sabo Let Golo, Kanto Let Golo, and Thano Let Golo. I break away for a moment to say that if you want a video of the different types, comment on which one you want to see, and I will start making a video and researching it, and I will try to put it out for y'all. Moving on, one of the main benefits for everyone involved is that even though these Let Golo can become massive in size, the Flood cannot readily infect them. So there would be no Flood scarabs walking around destroying cities. However, that's not to say that these worms cannot be converted into biomass and utilized by the Flood. Let Golo are considered to be xenobiology by nature, as they are able to survive in extreme conditions that would normally kill other organisms. This includes the vacuum of space, with or without the use of outside resources. This is how they are able to survive in the rings of Tay for so long. They can be killed by rapid depressurization, however. Their blood is described as being bright orange and smelling of burnt plastic. This is thought to be a result of the large iron content within their bodies. Unlike the rest of the Covenant, they do not produce sexually like more species and are able to produce asexually. As a consequence of this, there are around 1.98 trillion Let Golo currently on or around Tay. The culture of the Let Golo is not very well understood or known. Many theories exist, but at the end of the day, they are only theories about this species. These theories have their basis rooted in the understanding of the Mega Let Golo, but this only offers a small sliver into what could actually be going on. They typically will not associate or speak to the other races of the Covenant, but the elites are the exception to this rule. In fact, the Let Golo seem to not really care about any of the other species at all. As they are not worthy of interaction, I guess would be the best way to put it. Some call it dismissive, scornful, or arrogant, and if you're a human, the Let Golo can be downright contemptuous. They do not care if lesser races get in the way during a fight, and they will attack all the same. There are accounts that during the Battle of Sigma Octus IV, a hunter ran over a Kigyar that was unaware it was even near it. This killed the Kigyar, and the Let Golo continued as if nothing had happened. As to humans, so to Covenant, they have no idea and are completely at a loss as to why the Let Golo do what they do. Many times it has been noted that the Let Golo will kill an individual, then stop in mid-killing to recite war poetry. The Let Golo have been known to meditate before and after combat as well. Surprise, surprise, much like their culture, the Let Golo religious beliefs are poorly understood as well. It should be noted, however, that their society has little focus or need for any type of religions. The joining of the Covenant appears to be more of a pragmatic way to achieve spaceflight and trading routes than a belief in the actual Great Journey. Let Golo, as mentioned previously, had only achieved Tier 3 technology, so when the Covenant came with their Tier 2, they saw this as a great way to further their own species. Self-preservation exists, but also so does the concept of honor. Stated previously, the Let Golo chose sides during the Great Schism, and in most cases fought to the death with the side they believed to be right. This, however, is probably more rooted in the fact that they were loyal to those they fought with, rather than the belief that they might be right about, say, a certain religion or who's right or wrong. They are extremely reclusive in their beliefs and culture, and while serving in the Covenant, they continue to follow their own customs as well. The language of the Letgolo is said to be not heard, but felt. The names of the Letgolo utilize vowels over consonants, and it is known that they do not have any vocal cords in which to speak. The apparent muteness, however, is not the case. They use subsonic frequencies inside their body that allow them to communicate as well as learn languages and mimic others. Previously mentioned, this means that a person will still technically hear what they are saying, but they will also feel what they are saying as it vibrates the air at a much more aggressive pattern than speaking would. It should be noted that really the only language the Letgolo thought was worth learning would be Sahili. This is not to say, though, that they are chatty Cathys. They typically will not communicate with other Covenant species, but it is not known if this is because it is difficult or if it's because they straight up just don't want to talk to other races. Natural noises by Letgolo appear to be insect-like and clicking. They also tend to make deeper noises when injured and detecting enemies. They emit a low-pitched scream upon death, and they will seem to laugh after an enemy is killed. But maybe this is just to be insulting as they are mimicking the laughter of other species. Alright guys, this is a long one today, but that's all I have time for. Please like and subscribe and let me know what you thought. Next up, I believe I will either be doing the morphology of the Elites, Rom, or Scourge. I haven't really decided yet. And I'm sure that'll probably be a long one as well. If you like the video, why not check out some other ones? Gears of War, Flood, Titanfall lore, take your pick. Alright guys, take care.